The man with nothing and the man with everything, Diogenes and Alexander the Great. There was once a meeting between a man who owned almost nothing and a man who owned almost everything. One lived in simplicity, the other ruled an empire. Yet, when they stood face to face, only one of them was truly free. Now, consider the contrast. On one side was Diogenes, a man who rejected wealth, status, and comfort. He lived with almost nothing, and he chose that life. No palace, no titles, no need to impress anyone. On the other side was Alexander the Great, a conqueror, a man who commanded armies and reshaped the world before the age of 30. Power, wealth, recognition, he had all of it, two extremes, and yet they met. One day Alexander approached Diogenes, not with anger but with curiosity. He had heard of this man, a philosopher who feared no king. So Alexander stood before him and made an offer. He said, "Ask anything of me, and I will grant it." A king offering anything: wealth, power, security, everything most people spend their lives chasing. Diogenes looked at him, calm, unmoved, and he replied, "Stand out of my sunlight." That was it. No request, no hesitation, just that. Think about it. A man who could have asked for anything, asked for nothing, because he already had everything he needed: peace, freedom, control over himself, while Alexander had everything the world could give and still felt the need to offer more. This is where the story splits. Alexander conquered nations, but he never stopped. There was always another land, another war, another victory, because external success never feels complete. Diogenes gave everything up, not because he could not have it, but because he saw through it. Owning less can mean needing less, and needing less is a kind of power. So here is the truth. One man controlled the world, the other controlled himself. And here is the question: which one is harder? Most people believe that if they had everything, they would finally be satisfied. But history suggests otherwise, because the more you depend on things outside of you, the more control they have over you. So who was richer? The man with everything who still wanted more, or the man with nothing who needed nothing? One conquered the world, the other did not need to. If I were not Alexander, I would wish to be Diogenes.